What?
Hello everyone, it is James from Media Jam and we are back with yet another video. Tonight is going to be a very special video. This is going to be the first in a new series that we're going to call Throat Punch Thursday. And Throat Punch Thursday came to me when talking to my girlfriend about her job, and she mentioned how Thursdays are particularly difficult for her, and they have dubbed them Throat Punch Thursdays, and I absolutely just love that name. So we are going to have a new series called Throat Punch Thursday. And on Throat Punch Thursday, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at classic fighting games, classic wrestling games, any kind of hand-to-hand combat type deal is what we're going to look at Throat Punch Thursday. And when I was thinking about what games I should do first, I was trying to think of what games represent me the most. And when I think of fighting or combat games, I think of the Nintendo 64, THQ Aki wrestling games. And anyone that grew up during that time period knows what I'm talking about. There are 4 of those games in the series, and they are all absolutely phenomenal. But I'm starting with the one that I truly fell in love with first, and that, of course, is WCW nWo Revenge. Now, this game came out in 1998, of course, for the Nintendo 64, and was leaps and bounds above its predecessor, which was called WCW vs. nWo World Tour. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through some of the features this game has, talk about some of the options, then we'll jump into a match or two and see what we can do. So let's start at the very top here and we'll look at Championship first. Now the Championship mode is absolutely kind of like the career mode of the game. And you start off with 3 championships here, and when you go through the ranks, it's very simple. You just start and you wrestle matches until you get to the championship match. And when you eventually get to that championship match and you beat the champion, you unlock that character. So for the U.S. Championship, you would unlock Kurt Hennig. For the Cruiserweight Championship, you would unlock Billy Kidman. And for the Tag Team Championships, you unlock Meng and Barbarian, the Faces of Fear. Now, when you finish all 3 of these, you unlock the WCW television title. And when you beat the TV title, you unlock Canyon or Mortis, just depending on which attire you use. And then when you beat them all, you unlock the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. And Rowdy Roddy Piper is your unlockable character for that. So as far as unlockables go, that's kind of the end of the unlockables here. But definitely some good modes. We'll talk about Exhibition, of course, in a little bit. Special match. We take a look at that. You have Battle Royal and Handicap mode. Handicap, of course, is your 2-on-1, situation where you can either be the person in the handicap or you can have a partner and go against one person. When you look at Battle Royal mode, first off, let's look at the arenas while we're here. We have 6 arenas represented here. Monday Nitro, WCW nWo Sold Out, Super Brawl, Bash at the Beach, Halloween Havoc, and of course Starrcade. And they're based around late 1997 or early 1998 pay-per-view arenas. And really, when you look at the original game, WCW nWo World Tour, there was nothing really in the terms of arenas. You could change the ring and the way it looked, but this is the first time you kind of get that fully realized environment. Battle Royal is much more like a Royal Rumble, actually. You go in and you choose how many participants from 4 to 40. 4 men in the ring at a time, and when one is eliminated, another participant comes out. If you are eliminated, you will come out as the next participant. You don't ever lose, you just go as whoever comes out next. Costume change was absolutely revolutionary in its day. Each wrestler comes with 4 attires. So you have your Hollywood Hogan, but if you want the classic old school red and yellow, you have that too. Sting is another good example of that. We have Wolfpack Sting, Crow Sting, but Surfer Sting is available as well. Same with like Lex Luger has his USA attire from the WWE, all kinds of stuff like that. But let's just say that we want to, we want to put Jim Neidhart in the nWo. Well, you come in here and you look and you have a preset number of costumes based on other wrestlers that you can go through. So you just kind of flip through them until you find something that fits what you want. So we want Jim Neidhart in the NWO. We can put Jim Neidhart in the NWO. Now, it does just kind of change the attires. You can't change the individual pieces. I'm not seeing any that kind of give the example. Right here you go. If you put him in Rick Steiner's costume, he's going to have the tattoos that Rick Steiner has. Definitely primitive, and definitely nothing like the creator wrestler we would get in later games, but just a neat addition that wasn't there before this, and something I really appreciated. So let's go ahead and go into exhibition. We'll try a singles match. We'll do the old school Monday Nitro here. And we'll just kind of go through. Now, when you go through the roster of this game and you think of WCW in 1998, everyone is here with the exception of one person. That, unfortunately, is the Nature Boy Ric Flair, who was embattled in a legal issue with WCW at the time. But past him, everyone is here. There are even people here that you don't know. When you get to EWF, you get a list of what are fictional wrestlers. Shogun, Executioner, Dr. Frank, and also with DAW. Now, what this is, in Japan, these games also come out as Virtual Pro Wrestling 64. And they have a much different roster. They're not usually based around the companies they're based on around here. But what you do have, these are leftover Japanese wrestlers from those games with their image changed in order to prevent lawsuits for trademarks and things like that. So each of these movesets that these wrestlers have are actually based around the movesets of a Japanese wrestler. So that's kind of neat. I mean, we have a robust selection of WCW and NWO wrestlers. These don't bother you. And they're kind of neat to have, especially if you want somebody to just beat up and make a point. You know, you don't want to beat up anybody you know. You just kind of go in there and take Ken down for that headband he's wearing there. But let's go ahead and get into a match here and just kind of see what's up. Don't really know who we should play it. You know what? We'll be the Macho Man. We're going to be the Macho Man. We're going to go with the old school snap into a Slim Jim Macho Man here. And we're going to, let's see, who do we want to beat up on? You know what? Let's go ahead. We'll beat up on Juventud Guerrera. Now here you can change the amount of power you have in order to give yourself an advantage. And you can change the amount of power they have to give yourself an advantage. I usually kind of leave it alone. I like the challenge. You have your different rules here. Time limit, ring out. You can do 10 counts, 20 counts. Lumberjack, which means you can't leave the ring or just say no, and then you can leave the ring without any counts. That's what I like to do. Pin, submission, of course. TKO I like to keep off. I don't like to be stopped when I'm doling out some punishment. Rope break is another one. It just interrupts the flow of the match for me. Never do quick match. No DQ, I say yes. There are weapons, and we'll get into that. And interference, if you select yes, you are going to have some interference not on your behalf, so always keep that off. So let's hit the decision. Let's take a look at the first entrances in these games. Now, as you see, the arena is absolutely gorgeous, but when you listen, what you're hearing is the WCW Monday Nitro theme song in MIDI form. There are no individualized entrance themes, but you do have managers. As you see here, Miss Elizabeth coming out with the Macho Man. But after the scene animation on the stage, you see the background really deteriorates as they go to the ring. Very neat how they were able to give you that beautiful entrance. Listen for it. And they include the oh yeah. You gotta have that. And then the second wrestler always comes out to this generic theme. So there are only 2 theme songs in the game. But, you know, they do what they could at the time. Pyrotechnics look great though, and the arena really looks amazing to be from 1998 Nintendo 64. A lot of times the character graphics aren't always anything to write home about in these, and you see the triangular turnbuckles, but definitely a improvement over what we'd had prior. So we're getting to a match here, and the whole point of this game is it's much slower than a lot of wrestling games before this. You see I missed that elbow there. But everything is kind of based around this logical grappling system, like so. You have strong grapples and you have weak grapples. And the point of the match is to fill your spirit meter down at the bottom. Now, of course, I'm player 1. And eventually my spirit meter will fill up and I'll be able to do a finishing move. So right here, we're going to bring him back in the ring here. Now, you can dole out punishment. You've got your strikes. Now, of course, you can grab them, Irish whip them into the ropes. Perform a grapple as they come off. We got a hip toss there by the Macho Man. And another shoulder block. If you want to hit the joystick, you'll do a little taunt. Definitely, you always control this game with the D-pad. There are no joystick control. That's used for the taunts. Your down C is your run button, which is one of the more important buttons, and your shoulder buttons do all the blocking. You do back and front grapples. It's been a long time since I played this, so I'm kind of having trouble remembering some of the buttons, but we'll get there. You can also, as they come off the ropes, throw a drop kick or any other strike you may have. Send him into the corner here. Get him in the corner, do a weak or strong grapple. You have different things you can do out of the corner. The amount of things you can do in this game, the amount of moves that you had was really amazing. Of course, you see the replay there. Definitely a upgrade in the presentation. Now, when you get your spirit meter flashing, you can do a taunt, and it'll put you in special mode. Now, specials, you have one front and back. I really want him to turn around here. I'll try to let go of him. I really want to get the front special here because it's really cool with Macho Man. So you want to do your strong grapple and then hit your stick. And then you'll do your special. Listen for it. Listen for it. And boom, Macho Man with the big punch there. And then, of course, if I'm playing as Macho Man, I always want to finish the match if I can. Oh, he got back up on me. That's okay. Bombs away, as Gorilla Monsoon would say. Nice double axe handle from the top. Oh, and he gets out. Does not get. Oh, and a low blow. The bell rang there. His bell rang, not mine. But that's okay. This means we need to inflict a little more punishment here. But the amount of moves compared to other wrestling games. You can get in there. You could break up your own pin like I just did there. If you want to give some more punishment. But these games, especially multiplayer, you know, back in the day, my friends and I, we used to burn them up. So let's look at something else we have here. I'm going to go ahead and drop him back down, and we're going to talk about weapons for a second here. If I can remember how to get out of the ring. Like I said, it's been a long time, guys. A long, long time for me. I figured out how to flip him. There we go. All right, you walk over to the guardrail, hit up C, and sometimes, not all the time, you may get a weapon. Macho Man having trouble getting one here. There we go. We have what looks like a Halliburton briefcase. So we slip in the ring and nail him with it. You hear the crowd booing every time you use the weapons. Definitely interesting here. Now, when you drop the weapon, it disappears, which is something that they would rectify in later games. Let's see if we can go outside. There's something else kind of cool in this arena I want to show you all while we're in this one that I had forgotten about until just now. So we're going to head up the entrance ramp here and see if we can get Juventud to follow us. So let's take him up the ramp here. Oh, he took us. Well, that'll work too. As you see, Macho Man does disappear out the door and then springs out like he hit some ropes. So that's really neat. Always a cool touch I liked in this and I believe the Super Brawl arena because they both have open doors. Juventud coming back on us a little bit here. And that's the thing about this game, you know. I had probably my chance to finish him a few minutes ago, and I decided not to do it. Which is stupid, but you can always throw him into stuff, you know. Head up top. Come on, Macho. Bam! The big elbow. That might not be enough to know. He gets right back up. Head back up to the top rope. Try for the elbow again. And we missed again. The grappling system, definitely, and the reversal system, so ahead of its time. Definitely a predecessor to what we enjoy now. And these games only got better, guys. What I'm showing you is probably my sentimental favorite. But after this, the WWF at the time, they would get the license. And these games only got better. WWF WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy are I mean, legitimately, in my opinion, two of the greatest Nintendo 64 games, period. Not just wrestling games. Looks like I'm finally getting some momentum built back up. There we go. Let's see if we can get him with those big punches again. Bam. 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 A little bit of that. Ooh, yeah. And if you're quick enough, which I hope I am, you can actually pull off 2 finishers before your special dissipates. I've even, depending on the wrestler, I've pulled off 3 before. And mainly because I'm an old school fan. He really is trying to come back in this one. It can be frustrating, that's for sure, but I really want to win this with an elbow drop. I really want that to be how we win this. Bam. Can that keep Juventud Guerrera down? And a 2 count. This, I'm telling you guys, not just for this video, this is one of the most insane, crazy long matches I've ever had. And I don't know if I should put it up in its entirety or if I should cut it. I'll just have to watch it back and see. But finally, we get the 3 count. Notice, too, the referee, Mark Curtis, kind of slipping in from the side there. Definitely love these instant replays. Each time you win a match, you get, it's either 2 or 4, but I think it's 4 different angles of what you did. Unfortunately, ours was not too exciting. But if you hit a better move at the end, you get a better replay. So after the replays and you hit a button, you get the most arbitrary part of the game, which is this ridiculous score system. That means nothing. I don't even think they save them, but it does rate everything you do. Like, I missed so many elbows, I got minus 200 on flying attack. But you put your, I guess you could put your initials in. We will put in MJ for Media Jam. And we ranked number 8 there in exhibition singles match, so that's a start. And guys, that pretty much covers it. Like I said, WCW nWo Revenge, released in 1998. Great game. If you're ever looking for that nostalgic trip and a good game for the Nintendo 64 and just something a little different, definitely give this a shot. This game is absolutely dirt cheap, along with the rest of the N64 THQ AKI wrestling games. It'll probably run you $5-10 for a cartridge. Really no reason to not pick it up. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today for our first episode of Throat Punch Thursday. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the subscribe button, give this video a like. Make sure to check us out on Facebook and Twitter, and also our Discord server. The link is in the description. Really appreciate everybody watching. If you want to see more of this game, or if you have any suggestions for a future game for Throat Punch Thursday, let me know. I'm willing to play anything. Let's give it a shot. We'll bread channel a little bit next week and try something a little different. But until I see you all again, y'all have a good one.